it is surely a very sad measure, and I think it is not correct according to the law of the church itself, and at least according to the true spirit of the canon law, because the canon law, the church always makes the guarantee that every priest should have the freedom to celebrate also individually. It is his right, which the church gives the priest. And the other, that no one can be forced to concelebrate. This is also a law of the church. And therefore, it is a measure which was taken now in the Basilica of St. Peter, which is undermining this law of the church itself. And so it is a bad example which is now giving the Holy See itself to the entire world, so that others will maybe imitate them and go against the law of the church itself. It is a kind of implicit persecution against the individual celebration of the Holy Mass of the priest. And therefore, we have to say this and to ask with humility that the Holy See will change this new norm again according to the law of the church. So this is the first what I would like to say. Then the other, that the traditional form of the Mass is thereby made impossible to celebrate in the Basilica itself, because in the traditional form there is no concelebration. And then, but in some way, thanks be to God, it is still tolerated in the Basilica of St. Peter, but only in the grottos below, in the catacombs. So the traditional Mass and the individual Mass is now becoming in Rome, or at least in the Basilica of St. Peter, a kind of clandestine Mass, the Mass of the catacombs. But we know that the circumstances and the time of the catacombs, of the clandestine church, brought plenty fruits for the church. This situation of being persecuted and being forced to go to the catacombs, this brings abundant fruits for the church, I am convinced. And this was always so in the past. And so it will be also. And therefore, we have to keep the supernatural spirit, that even this sad situation now, God will use this for a greater benefit, spiritual benefit, in His way, which we cannot now understand, but God will find a way that even these sad measures will finally, ultimately, bring abundant fruits for the church.